Yo guys, it's me Keith. In today's video, I'm going to bring you around the peak. Where I'm currently at is the second floor of the peak tower that most of the special shop is in, and I think that's the definite place that you must visit in the peak. And of course, they will sell some different kinds of Hong Kong souvenirs and some Chinese culture. You can see there's some postcard around here, some souvenirs, and some like panda soft toys, and some location stuff. You can see Stanley Ocean Park, etc, etc. And obviously there's some sweets and toys around here as well for some child and children. And you can look at the back, maybe there's some more even specialer and even more you can see there's some names around here, some more toys around here as well. So I think this is one of the best places you should go in the peak, and there's some special stuff as well. Of course, don't miss out this shop. I think it is one of the special one. And you can look, there's some airplane model around here, and then some toy figures. There's some stamps, and then some music box around here as well. I think you should go to look around. And let's move on to the second stop. After you have looked some special shop in the second floor of the peak tower, you have try some lunch, maybe some breakfast in one of the restaurants in the peak tower. And there's Modern Tussauds Hong Kong Museum, and you must have a look as well. If you are Hong Kong citizens, that will be a buy one get one free for $2,090 per person. And the entrance is the same floor as well. If you're a visitor or you haven't been to there, and you must have a look as well. There's some of the statue or some of the famous people in Hong Kong will be inside as well. So you must have a look. Why not? After you have visited the Mother Tussauds Hong Kong, and there's quite a lot of souvenirs that you can visit as well. So some special shops, special gifts, not shops, that you can have a look as well. If you haven't visited the Mother Tussauds Hong Kong, you can also come inside to have a look. There's some leg at the back, some special gifts, t-shirts, teddy bear around here as well. So you must come to have a look. Although you haven't visited the Mother Tussauds Hong Kong, you still can have a look inside the souvenir shop. After you have visited the second floor of the peak tower, and you have arrived the third floor, and the third floor will be the ground floor of the peak tower, where you can buy the ticket to go to the top floor of the peak tower to have a look at the Victoria Harbour. And all around the third floor is just some normal shops, and to be fair, there's nothing special for me, and some coffee shop as well at the back, and plenty of shops that you can have a look around. But I don't think it's the best place to visit. But if you haven't been to the peak tower, why not have a look as well? In the fourth floor of the peak tower, there's a Madness Adventure that you can visit. Most of the places inside is some Hong Kong special photos and some Hong Kong history that you can have a look as well. And also, after you've taken the photos, that you can buy for your souvenir to have a record of you have been to the peak tower. So you must go to try some versus free entrance. So why not have a try? After you have visited the Madness Adventure, that's the exit, of course. And next to it, that's the peak tram history. Since 1888 to 2020, that's been 130 years already of the peak tram. So that, of course, is really special in Hong Kong, since the first one, second, third, fourth and fifth right now. And right now, currently, the Hong Kong government with the peak tram company have been planning to expand the peak tram. So in 2021 to 2022, the sixth of the Hong Kong peak tram will be appear in Hong Kong. So why not have a try later on as well? Now we are going out to the last top two floor in the Hong Kong peak tower to have a look what is the difference and how amazing when you look it down to the Victoria Harbour. And of course, when you have a look at the back, it's a beautiful way to see Hong Kong. It's a skyscrapers, so you must visit the peak, and that's one of the best location and best place in Hong Kong. After you've traveled the escalator to the sixth floor of the peak tower, there are some restaurants and some souvenir shops that you can visit. That's one of the restaurants, and at the back as well. And after that, next to it, there's some souvenir shop that you will visit, and you must go to visit a look. Either you don't want to buy some stuff, why not have a look? It's free, of course. And we'll keep going up, and we're going to the last floor. Obviously it's not the top floor, but you can have a visit as well. There's more restaurant and more shops that you can have a look. Going up now. After you have arrived, of course, there's another restaurant. It's quite famous and it's quite delicious as well. And that's the restaurant at the back. And next to it, there's some souvenirs as well. And most of them is T-shirts, some cap, some ring, or some postcard, something like that. That's the shop at the back. Most of the shop is in here. And of course, on the last floor is the top floor of the Peak Tower that you can visit. It's $52 per person that you can look as well. It's at the top right there. And here is the souvenir shops and some of the photos you can take in upstairs that you can find around here as well. After you have visited the Peak Tower, you can go to the next door, the Peak Gallery. Now you can check it out as well. Of course, while you're walking to the Peak Gallery, in the middle there's a Hong Kong Tourism Border Visit Center that you can have a look as well. That's using the 4th Peak Tram to be the visit center. And the Peak Tram, obviously, as mentioned before, is 132 years already, and now they're going to renew and expand the capacity of the tram from 120 passengers to 210. So next to me right now is the Peak Tram, and I will show you in a minute. And that is the Peak Tram with the 100 years logo on it. Obviously now it's 132. When I've been there like tons of time already, and that's the Peak Tram, and that's quite beautiful as well. And you can see the top, maybe the top, can you see it? Hong Kong Tourism Border Visit Center, and that's a very beautiful place to take a photo and to memory with the Hong Kong Peak Tram as well. And now we'll go to check it out, the Peak Gallery, and that's right next to me. So when you, to be fair, that's the Peak Tower and that's the Peak Gallery, so it's quite close. Around, when you would say, around 30 seconds to walk across to next door. And the Peak Gallery have been just had a renew project have been done in 2019, so in here is quite new. If you haven't been to the Peak Tower for quite a long time ago, so you should check it out. As quite a lot of new shops and new restaurants have been located in here as well. So why not check it out upstairs? And upstairs, that's quite, to be fair, it's just a normal shopping center, but some special shops that is located in here as well, so you must check it out. Like for example, next door there's one of the restaurants, and there's quite a lot of fewer shops in here, around in the shopping center, in the middle of the shopping center. And you can see there's a third floor as well in here. So let's walk around. There's a lot of shops to the back. Obviously, most of them is quite expensive. So if you're a tourist, that's good to spend some time in here. But if you're local in Hong Kong, for me, it's not too special. But sometimes once a year, twice a year, that's quite a good place to visit as well, and spend some time with the weekend as well. Let's go upstairs now. When you arrive at the second floor of the Peak Gallery, there's more shops at the back. I think that's one of the best shops and one of the most special shops that you should visit as well. So why not check it out? Most of the items or product in this shop is something music boxes and music products that you can have a look at here. Some small items as well. And keep going back, there's a teeny shops that sell quite a lot of special Hong Kong product and some special Hong Kong street stuff as well. And you know, look in here, most of the stuff is like a whole Hong Kong style, and that's some of the special stuff that you will see in the old Hong Kong. And yeah, that's one of the best places I would say in the Peak Gallery. Obviously next to the next drop as well. And there's more about Hong Kong buses, like of different kind of Hong Kong buses around all the place in here. So it's quite a good place to visit when you're if you're a tourist. Of course, it's quite hot today. Either that's aircon in here, it's still quite hot and you'll be feeling quite thirsty. And next to it, most of the shops is in this side, and most of the restaurant or shops is in the next side, not next door, of course. And then keep going around. There's more and more shops in the second floor, and I think the second floor is the best floor in the shop gallery. And some of the some of the shops is quite new and some special as well. All of these shops around next to me at the back, different kinds of shops, of course, and clothes, more clothes for ladies, not for me, of course. And at the last, some music product as well. Again, some fans for when you're really hot. Some music products, and then a fan as well. After you have walked all around the second floor, you should go to the fifth floor. There's a Hong Kong Monopoly center with $290 per person and $220 for child or elderly. And it's quite a good place to visit, but of course it's quite expensive as well. So why not go to have a look on the internet before you go to have a look inside? Is that worth it to go inside and have a look? Of course I will bring you upstairs as well. It's Hong Kong Dreams Monopoly. So we'll look upstairs. Look at the back. Hong Kong Dreams Monopoly Dreams Hong Kong. In here, that's of course quite special, and nowhere else it will be the same. The only one in Hong Kong, or different kind of stuff. The entrance with it, and also when you go outside the top floor, also the third floor of the Hong Kong Peak Gallery, we'll see a really beautiful view. Also, it is free. So if you don't want to go to the Peak Tower or the top with $52, you can try to come to the Peak Gallery, the third floor of the Peak Gallery, to have a look of the Victoria Harbour. And now it will be a 30-second clip of a view of Hong Kong Victoria Harbour. So let's watch it. After you have been to the Peak Gallery, you can now always forgot what I'm going to say.